Yo, what is good, everybody? Good morning. It is Tuesday, October 24th. Bitcoin is pumping. News is coming out about ETFs, all kinds of things going on around the world. But the question is, what happens with altcoins? And where's Bitcoin heading next? Is it going to be pushing up a little bit further? We're going to be taking a look at the charts and talking about that. But as the thumbnail said today, the big one, guys, this right here, liquidations, absolutely wrecking people that thought that Bitcoin is going to pull back. Some of the highest that I've seen in a while, just so you're tracking. So shout out to everybody that's joining me this morning. I appreciate you guys being here. We're going to jump in, take a look at the economics, take a look at a couple of articles, nothing overlapping with what T-Shroom just did on Investing Bros. Shout out to Investing Bros if you catch them. They go live at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Investing Bros right before I do this show. So we got a little collab going on here across the two channels. So but yeah, we're going to try not to overlap too much on what he talked about, but I got some things to show you guys. Let's go ahead and if you haven't done so, hit that like and subscribe right there. Do that, and then hit that notification bell so that you can get notified every time I go live, which is Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's go ahead and jump over into the news here, and let's take a look at what we got. So, as the thumbnail said, and I'm going to give this little refresh here, but before I do, I want to show you right there 103,000 traders liquidated in the past 24 hours, $425 million now, guys. As people still betting against it. But this one here, the largest single liquidation happened on Binance. Someone got liquidated for almost $10 million on a single trade. That is crazy. So, ouch. Okay, let's jump over economic calendar. Nothing big today, guys. Um, we got composite PMI supposed to be coming in today. Let me give a refresh here, just make sure that none of this. Yeah, I thought it had. Um, Yep, there we go. Bam. So nothing today. Tomorrow for Wednesday, we've got Chair Powell speaking here. He's going to be doing a little chit-chatting. And then Thursday, we're going to get that GDP growth rate there, and we're going to be getting those durable goods. So that's what we're looking at. Our next real big things is going to be, besides Jay Powell speaking, it's going to be the GDP growth there, quarter over quarter. So uh, Red Elephant, what's up, man? Gia, Ninja Glock, Spee, Rex City with that liquidation. Yeah, can you imagine going, I got so much money, I could take a $10 million liquidation with no stop loss. Like, that's just insane. Let's take a look at the CME group here, see how we're looking for the economic outlook here. 99.5% chance that we get a pause in November, which is going to be coming up in like a week, a little over a week for us now. Next Wednesday, I believe. So December 13th, though, we're looking at a 75% chance of a pause. We do have almost a 1 in 4 chance of seeing a rate hike in December. So we're going to be keeping a close eye on that. I already talked to you about these horrible liquidations here. Just dramatic. Let's get into the news here. 5 things you need to know to start your day. I'm going to try to bring this to you guys every day. It's from Bloomberg, and I have paid for the subscription so that I can bring it to you. But it's 5 things you know that you need to know to start your day, according to Bloomberg. So, good morning. Barclays plans to cut costs. Treasury bears change course, and Bitcoin hits $35,000 for the first time this year. Look, Bloomberg talking about Bitcoin Day. That's beautiful. Barclays cost cuts. Barclays, which bank, is planning to cut cost after the banking giant's trading division missed estimates in the third quarter, and the firm lowered guidance for its UK lender again. Shares in the lender were down around 5% in London. So yeah, Barclay Bank, a failing bank. Go figure. Who knew? I think we all did. Treasury bears pivot. Treasuries rose again on Tuesday as historic move in the 10-year yield was above 5% yesterday, and it quickly reversed. And we'll take a quick glance at that here in a bit. Some of the market's most prominent bond bears said that the route is gone too far. So billionaire investor Bill Ackman wrote in a social media post on Monday that he unwound his bet against the U.S. government bonds amid rising global risk. So while Bill Gross, co-founder of the Pacific Investment Management Company, wrote that he's buying short-dated interest rate futures in anticipation of a recession by the year end. Their comment coincided with a swift turnaround in the yields during the trading session on Monday. The rate of the 10-year bond tumbled roughly 19 basis points from its peak earlier, after earlier surpassing 5% for the first time in 16 years. So, the bond bears taking a little pivot there. So, Bitcoin jumps, the big story of the day. Let's go. Bitcoin reached the highest price since May last year, fueled by expectations of fresh demand from exchange traded funds, ETFs, for those that didn't put that together yet. The largest digital asset rose as much as 11.5% to top $35,000 before pairing some gains. Um, the year-to-date rebound from the 2022's digital asset route stands at 105%. So that has how much it has rebound total from its bottom. The possible approval in coming weeks for the first spot Bitcoin ETF is stoking speculative ardor for the token. Asset managers BlackRock and Fidelity Investments are among those in the race, as well as ARK Investments and Grayscale. There's a bunch of them. So bonds rebound, I should say. The move in treasuries led a rebound in global bond markets amid growing speculation that a recent sell-off was excessive. The NASDAQ 100 futures rose ahead of earnings from tech giants, and the euro swung to loss as data showed the French and German economies are struggling. So yeah, you guys think we're bad, you should see what's going on over there. Coming up, it's a bumper day for earnings. See reports including Microsoft, Alphabet, GM, Visa, Halliburton, and Spotify. Meanwhile, S&P Global releases the latest PMI report for the U.S., while the Philadelphia and Richmond Feds both report. There's your 5 things you need to know today, courtesy of Bloomberg. Bitcoin, we just talked about this. It's soaring to an 18-month high as the ETF speculation mounts. I think this is going to be beat to death today. But yeah, just so you know, still waiting on this. Has not been official, but there was news that there was a ticker. Where is that piece of info at in here? There it is. Speculations on their likely approval was fueled by BlackRock's iShare ETF listing on the website of clearinghouse DTCC. It was unclear when or why iShares ETF was added to the list, but DTCC and BlackRock did not immediately respond for comments. So could it be an indicator that we soon have a ETF launching and getting approved? I don't know, but it definitely did pop up on their list. So it is listed now as an ETF on there. So we'll see when it goes live. Not sure. Let's go check out the chat for a second here. Yeah. Love you too, Indie Rock. Good morning, everyone. Yo, Piper Academy, let's go. Lurking and working, we see you. That's right. We're all struggling. Alex O. Crypto, Otter in the house. Appreciate you being here, man. Justin Eubanks, shout out to everybody here. Let's get into some other stuff. The crypto market erupts with $110 billion surge in 24 hours. So not just Bitcoin taking off, guys. Bitcoin had some pump there, yes, but it was a lot of the sector that took off with it. So in addition to the renewed wave of optimism in the cryptocurrency sector triggered by the rumors of an imminent ETF approval, we know this. As it happens, the cryptocurrency market cap has increased from 1.16 trillion to 1.27 trillion in the last 24 hours alone, which means it has skyrocketed 10%, mimicking its growth of its largest asset, Bitcoin. So the entire crypto market pumped on this, and we've seen a lot of the alts moving. But remember, if Bitcoin starts to pull back a little bit, the alts could easily pull back even more. So, but what I want to show you guys is here. Check this out. Yes, speculation. You're right. Crypto markets, they moved, right? Bitcoin had a nice 10% move. I want to show you guys a little something here, and this is interesting. I said before that I am very bullish on Microsoft and mining stocks as diversification because they tend to outperform Bitcoin. It's just true. MicroStrategy's Bitcoin holdings give it huge unrealized profit as Bitcoin pumps. So as Bitcoin jumped more than 13% overnight, most persistent Bitcoin investor, MicroStrategies, made an staggering unrealized profit on his Bitcoin holdings there. According to an ex-post published by Blockchain Sleuth, where is that at? Bitcoin's holdings. Yeah, by now, Bitcoin has faced a small decline that followed the astounding surge, but the flagship crypto is still trading above $34,500. MicroStrategy makes huge unrealized profits. It currently owns and I'm just going to go to the tweet here. With the price of Bitcoin skyrocketing, MicroStrategy's holdings of 158,245 Bitcoin, valued at $5.4 billion, has generated an unrealized profit of $746 million. Would you stop that, Twitter? Thank you. They're doing that because I don't know the name of it. See, it's X. I know it's X. I'm sorry. Um, so yeah, and we're going to look at that chart in a second, guys, for MicroStrategies, because it's quite interesting what happens with MicroStrategies when Bitcoin gets moved. I want to show you guys that. Good way to diversify. Uh, Bill Gross. It's not all good news, guys. Bill Gross sees U.S. recession in Q4, seriously considering regional banks. So, quick summary on this: as Bill Gross, known as the Bond King, calling for a recession in the U.S. by the year's end of 2024, as regional bank turbulence and recent ascent of auto loan delinquencies, which I've talked about this to you guys, how bad they are, indicates the world's largest economy is slowing significantly here. He sees that the spread between the 2-year and 10-year is going positive before the end of this year in 2023. So that's a big deal right there. The inverse is going to flip. Gia, you probably want to know that because you asked about if it was still inverse last week. So there you go. It's about to uninverse. He also noted that he's buying futures contracts linked to the secured overnight financing rate as higher for longer in yesterday's mantra. He doesn't think that higher for longer is going to keep on, but he does see that we will have a recession at the end of 2024. So yeah, that's it on that. One last thing that I wanted to pull up here. Can I get my Twitter? Because I got to show you guys this house, this amazing house in California. You guys are going to love this. I'm sure if you guys follow Kabisi, you saw this yesterday. Here you go. This is the house here. It's $1.5 million. It's in San Jose, California. It just had an increase in price of $125,000. Overview: it's an inactive meth lab. Don't worry about that. Pay no attention to the fact that it's, fenced up and got all this boarded up here. It has a nice sign there that says condemned. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, it's condemned home, inactive meth lab. It's got a built-in meth lab so that your kids have a good play area. It's a $1.5 million home in California. They just increased the price on a condemned meth lab. So there you go. I had to share that with you guys because I just could not believe that when I saw it there. And yeah, big shout out to the man, Mr. Jim Cramer. He said Bitcoin is about to go down. If you take a look at the date on this, that date, come back. Bring it back like you left something. There you go. October 11th, 2023. Mr. Jim Cramer there said that Mr. Bitcoin was about to go down big. So shout out to you for being the inverse indicator that you always are, Jim Cramer. We love you for all that you do for the community, making the wrong calls so that we can make money. We appreciate you. All right, let's jump over to the charts. Head and shoulders, man. And I thought NG was... Yeah. If you guys want to spend $1.5 million on a meth lab, I mean, I'm sure if you can go in there and get the meth lab to work, you might be able to make that money back quicker than what what the housing investment's going to do for you right now. Got a poll down there in the bottom, guys. Will we have another rate hike this year to fight inflation? Do you think we have a rate hike coming in December? Drop it down there and let me know if you think December is going to be a rate hike. I don't think November will be, but let me know in there. Yes or no? Do you think we have one this year? That would be great. All right, let's go ahead and jump in and check out the charts, shall we? Bitcoin. Got to talk about Bitcoin. Came up here. We had a nice run up. It peaked up as high as $35,170 here. You can see that drew some new fibs because we broke all of the old fibs. And just to show you how well this fib level is playing out for us here, you can see that we had rejections in the golden pocket. That's what you want to see to know that you've got your fibs laid right. We had bounces here cleanly on the 382. Then we had rejection on the 50, a lot of play around on the 50. We broke back up into the golden pocket here. We had a lot of play on the 618. And then if you actually go to the hour, you'll see that we even had a lot of play right there on that 0.66. So yeah, the golden pocket absolutely playing out on this. And as of right now, all of our rejection playing out on the platinum pocket 786 right there at 34,778. So that is what I'm seeing there. It does look like we could have some pullback. I said earlier in one of the chats that if we did have a pullback, look for that 31,681 coming back to retest the golden pocket. Haven't really had a retest of that once we broke it there. So could be coming back to that level. Be watching for that there. Let's go ahead and pull up the oscillators and show you guys what we had here. And I'm sure that everyone in here was over in Investing Bros. T-Stream already showed you the DCA indicator on the MVP oscillator. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a video on that and putting it out. I think it was pretty good indication of when you should be getting into your dollar cost averaging. So let's go ahead and pull up and see what we're looking like here on the dynamic reactors from Chart Prime. Love my Chart Prime indicators, and we definitely have a nice push here. Matter of fact, I want to show something here that we had on the dynamic reactor, and I believe it was a daily. Yeah, there we go. Load up for me there, Chart Prime, and I will show what I saw here. So you can see here that we had this nice rejection on the dynamic reactor rejection. We got a little bit above it, came down, almost hit the trend assist, and then up she went. We've had a buy indicator on the daily going back to Sunday, October 1st. So for almost a full month, we had a buy indicator, which you wouldn't have bought on the indicator. You would have bought or entered your trade on a retest, possibly on the trend assistant there or something like that. So I like to use a retest. You could have even got in off a traditional TA when we got a confirm push and hold here on the 618 and broke this long-term trend channel there, long-term trend line. So crypto trades, IBZ in the house, T-Shroom, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Good to see you. So yeah, that's what we're looking at on Bitcoin there. We do have a lot of overbought, but we have not printed that OB yet on there. But let's go over and check out the money flow, see how the money flow is looking here. Let's drop it to the Trend Fusion Oscillator. And while that is loading, let's take a look at the RSI Primed. This is RSI Prime down here, free indicator. It's absolutely free. Just put in RSI Primed with a D at the end, ED. You will find it, and I have mine set to Heikin-Ashi candles. You can set it to different chart patterns and stuff like that for candlestick patterns. I have mine set to Heikin-Ashi. Does look like we are about to get a little bit of flip down here, but the last time that we had that was over in here, and it pulled back, and that literally was that little dip right there. That's it. So, still feeling pretty bullish on Bitcoin right now based on this 4-hour chart. Let's check the daily on this and see how that's looking. Yeah, daily's not even getting wicking going on here on the RSI. It's not even shrinking at all. So this is still looking very strong for us on RSI Prime. Money flow, guys, on the daily, still curving to the upside. So this is looking good. Still looking a little bullish here on Bitcoin. That candle is huge. Yes, it is. That is a huge candle. What's up, Crypto Archie in the house, man? Good to have you here, brother. So that's Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and take a look. I wanted to show you guys what happened with MicroStrategy. So you see Bitcoin here up 3.87%. Check out MicroStrategies, guys. Up 10.53%. MicroStrategies is outperforming Bitcoin right now because of their very smart buys that they did over there. I know that every time they buy, it dumps, but they're overall, they're up almost $1 billion. So it's pretty nice. Let's see here. Ethereum. Let's go check Ethereum here, and we'll just go down the list from here. So Ethereum is getting a bounce right now on the daily. Let's check the 4-hour. Keep this in line. There we go. We got a nice retest there of the 382. And it does look like it's starting to flag right there, but it's way oversold. I would not be surprised to see Ethereum come back to 1758 and do a retest of that now support that was previous resistance there. So that's what I'm watching for on that. Chainlink is getting all of its support on a 382 at $10.04. I believe it was yesterday. I said, watch for us to come back and test this. I think I said like 10:06. Well, 10:04 is where it's going to be coming in at right there. Money flow still looking decent. RSI is already resetting down, which is a very bullish thing for actually, because this is not really pulling back. Yeah, it pulled back from the tops, but it's kind of just consolidating there in a nice flagging. So, Chain link looking pretty bullish. Hashtag link Marines there. So, yeah, let's get Matic here. See how Matic's looking. Matic is creating a beautiful trend upward. I want to see how we're looking here on the chart prime trend indicator. Let me see there. Come on, Matic. Load up for me. Don't be a jerk. Yeah, here we go. It's pulling up, and I want to see what we're looking like there on the trend prime score. Prime score is sitting at a 9, consolidation 0. So yeah, this is still a very strong uptrend. When this starts to drop from 9 down to 7 or 8, 7, 6, so on and so forth, then I'll be watching. But right now, prime score is beautiful on here. It still has good money flow. Trend is kind of flat. It is red, but it is kind of flat right now. This is looking pretty decent too. I'm not seeing any real weakness going on in the market, which is a little scary in all actuality. Let's see how we're looking here on Cardano. ADA out there for all the ADA fans. ADA sitting at 28.8 cents right now. Yeah, keep a level head. Patience produces uncanny profit, guys. Don't worry, there will be a pullback on this stuff eventually, just like right here on Cardano. You can see it pumped up here at first to 28, 29 cents. It came back, retested that 618 on the golden pocket, and then it came back up. Well, we are now heading towards the 50%, and this is a reversed fib here. So anything hitting on anything below the 50 is bearish, so we could easily come up here and reject back down to grab that golden pocket again. Do not FOMO in on a green day. It is what it is. Like DCA maybe if you got, if you want to put 2 or 3% in, not financial advice, but I DCA'd in a little bit. So I did it last Friday. I did a little bit more yesterday morning before we had another move. So let's go take a look at Solana. Solana is rejecting right now, holding resistance on the 786 here. Not pulling back too far, not pulling back to retest anything here on the golden pocket or the trend assistant from Chart Prime Indicators Pro Suite. But it is getting rejection here on 1, 2, 3 candles there, rejecting on that 786 at 32.20. So be watching for it to break up here. If it does get that, that might be a good spot. Below that, you get in, it might reject back down, and then you're in a loss already. So if it gets support on any of these support levels that I've been showing you guys, any of these support levels that it's coming up to, like, well, this one's, if it comes down here and it holds, that might be a good entry point there. Ethereum, if it comes back down to the 382, might be a good entry point there. Bitcoin, if it gets above that 786 and holds it as support, confirms it, that might be a good entry point there. So yeah, don't try not to buy it when it's at resistant. Buy it once it turns it to support. So let's go check XRP. XRP has got a beautiful candle in the past 4 hours here, hitting 57 cents, up as high as 58.6 cents here. It did have its rejection here. And a matter of fact, if I go here and look, let's take a look. We had a 236 here. That was its resistance. It got above it, and now it looks like it could be coming, consolidating here a little bit, but it easily could come back and retest this previous support resistance, which is now support. So Caspa, since we got Archie in the house, yep, there you go. Go ahead, talk about this. So I'm going to pull all this off because we were back here, and you can see this is the last time that I talked about Caspa here. We were down here, and I said, look, we're hitting this 382 right now. That 382 is lining up perfectly on the delta median. That delta median is a blue line that's running right here under the 382. I said, we're hitting rejection on the 50, but if we hold this, I would be watching for the golden pocket coming in at about 4.9 cents. I said, if we can get up to that and we reject, we do have a lot of support coming in from the trend assistant and the dynamic reactor on Chart Prime's Oscillator Pro Suite here. So we had all of that consolidation right along with that 50. Because if we break this, it was previous resistance. We've already known it to be previous support. It's likely going to hold that level above that if it gets above it. Look for that golden pocket. Well, we did that. It went up. It hit the upper trade band, just so you guys are tracking. This yellow line here, this yellow line here, and this blue line that's running right on the 382, that is the trade band of Chart Prime's predictive ranges. Typically, price action occurs between there, and I can go ahead and isolate off that fib there for you. Let me get rid of those brush marks, and then I'll turn off that fib. There we go. You can see a majority of price action typically occurs between those two gold bands there. We had good support on this trend line here, bouncing up off of that bottom also. So I was feeling pretty bullish on this. I said if it comes up, we're probably going to get a rejection on that upper trade band there. But we didn't. We actually got a first rejection off of it once it came up, then came down and retested for support in the golden pocket. Came back up, retested it again, came down almost to the dollar bounce on the 6.5, and then we pushed up into the platinum pocket. We are right now pulling back for a retest on that 887, and I would be looking to get into a tight restrictive trade, but look at that 0.052 for my entry on a long on a retest of the 786. I'm still very bullish on this. I actually was talking about this in Archie's chat over on his show not long ago, like last Friday or last Thursday. I said I'm still looking very bullish, and I'd be watching for the golden pocket at the 0.049 cents. So there you go. Caspa looking good, man. Looking good. Shout out to DGen Rick Wilson. His BTC trade is up 2,000%, dude. He's a member of a Chart Prime community over there in Chart Prime Discord. He's been following us over here for quite a while, and he loves those Chart Prime indicators. If you guys want those too, there's a link down below. Let's go see what else we got here. Oh, Raytheon. Guys, I talked about Raytheon. Let me go over here for a second. We're going to take a look at this. This is what I talked to, I tagged T-Shroom and gave him a super chat over on their show for this. Raytheon Technologies, non-GAAP EPS of 1.25 beats by 3 cents. So revenue of $19 billion beats by $800 million. So they were up. They commenced a $10 billion buyback. What does this mean for the chart? Well, let's go take a look at it, because I told you guys about 2 weeks ago, these were my buys that I was looking for. This white line on here is the buy levels that I was looking at back on Monday, the 9th of October. So this was Booz Allen Hamilton. We actually rejected on that perfectly on that red resistance line of the predictive ranges there at Chart Prime. Perfectly gave us, we had a buy down here, strong buy. Take profit 1, take profit 2, max profit. That's what those are. Printed all those off. Downside, we're still, if you got into this last Monday, you'd still be up on this right now. Hopefully you were watching the indicators and you knew to take your profit out. The other one was Lockheed Martin. Bam, up there we go. Got in with that white line again. General Dynamics here. Got into the white line, went up, flagging right now. I'm expecting to see this pull out of this downward wedge that we have going here and get another boost up, because this is a bullish pattern. But here you go. Raytheon right there. That is the candle that came out on those earnings. It had been pretty much static from where I said to buy in the whole time, and then we had that there. Now it's pulling back a little bit. But remember, Raytheon is the company that provides a lot of the munitions used for the Iron Dome over in Israel. So Northrop Grumman, white line buy-in, still looking good. And then, of course, this one here. This was my red. That you see how it's red here instead of green? It was my long shot on contracts. And yeah, if you take a look at where it's at to where it has been, 33% move in 2 weeks. So there you go, guys. That was the plays that I called out 2 weeks ago on stock plays. Going to be watching those today. Tesla making a nice move back up today on the market opening here, hitting that 887 on the platinum pocket. Hopefully you can get back in here, turn that in, head back up to the golden pocket. Amazon today looking a little bit stronger. Had a nice pullback, but now the candle on the 4 hour giving it some strength. Nvidia up 0.6%. Again, getting rocked from that trade policy that came out where the U.S. is going to restrict AI chips going into oh wow, look, we are back at my, hey guys, I threw this on here a long time ago and said this was a trend line that I thought we would be heading back to. And yeah, that's exactly what we're seeing here. Hold on, get back in there. There we go. We're heading back up to that 428.71. That was where I said we would be heading back to, based on, I don't remember what I had on here, but there was something that I said, watch for us to come back to this. Well, it took a while, but we are back to that line as we speak right now. So That's it, guys. That is all I got for you. I got a super busy day today. Let's see what's going on with this vote here. Altcoins will pump soon. BTC dominance will continue. I think BTC dominance is going to continue, guys. Just so you're tracking. And I want to show you why real fast, just real fast before I hop off here. If I go down here and I take a look, so here's Bitcoin dominance. We're flagging up here, creating a nice flag, bull flag here. But here's the deal. If you look at total two, this is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin. Yes, money went in and it went up, right? If you look at the total three, this is minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yes, it went up. That means people are throwing money into altcoins right now that are not Bitcoin or ETH. However, the Bitcoin dominance is not dropping and we're at 53.9%. We hit as high as 54.5. I think this is going to continue heading up to about the 60% line. And don't be surprised if that happens. Why is that? I'm not saying that alts can't make you some money. You can get some good money, I'm telling you. But Bitcoin has got a lot of bullishness behind it right now with the ETF launch. Yes, I can pull up Clean Spark right before I go. Here you go. 18.9%. Again, outperforming Bitcoin's run. We had a bounce in here in the golden pocket. Told you, if we find support in the golden pockets, always bullish, right? And then we got above the dynamic reactor here. Got above the dynamic reactor, came up, and now we had resistance on that predictive range there. You can see the trade band is right there. There's your bottom trade band. There's your top trade band. There's your delta. Got a nice retest on that before it went up. Also, confluence with the golden pocket. This would have been a prime spot to get into Clean Spark. So yeah, Clean Spark doing well. As long as Bitcoin does well, Clean Spark's going to continue to do well also. So there you go. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me over here today. Hope you guys got some good news going on here in your stuff. And yeah, I appreciate everybody that joins me here every day. If you have not done so, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Get notified every time I go live on here. Also, if you guys want to get Chart Prime, check the link below. Get 45% off your monthly or quarterly subscription. Fantastic indicators. 5 days a week of, or actually 6 days a week of live education, teaching you not just how to use the indicators, but how to trade in general. You cannot get a better service from any indicator service out there than what you get from Chart Prime. So go check them out and help me out, help the show out. So that's what I got for you guys. Thanks for joining me here today. I will catch you guys tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to tune into Investing Bros this afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be going live with T-Shroom and TA Tim. I will see you all tomorrow. Trade safe, stay primed, and remember, knowledge is profit.
That was awesome, dude!